Hey everyone, and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Last time, we made our way to the Eldin province, which is where we're currently at. As I press the wrong button, that's almost a daily tradition at this point. We have made our way inside the Eldin volcano, where we met some cool people who are mole people, who are, as Fee describes them, money and treasure lovers. What are they called? Magma. For some reason, the name always eludes me. We got some good loot, including, this time I did mean to press plus, some digging mitts, which have allowed us to open the pathway, hopefully, forward towards Zelda. And that's the path we're going to be chasing this time. So, let's just get moving. Here we already have another one of those fire guys. In fact, we're in something of a maze. With a few different... Oh, hello there. That was kind of sparking. Whoa, you scared me silly. Can't just start digging right above my head, you know? Yeah, but you get where you're coming from. Never know what you're going to find when you dig, so it's impossible to stop. The rupees are the most common treasure you'll dig up, but sometimes you might even score Elden ore or some hearts. So if you run across a hole and you got the time to dig, dig. Yep, so that's a little bit more of advice of something I found out last episode to you guys. Or we found out, because we're on this journey together. That's the fun thing, isn't it? You know, I may not be the ideal adventure partner, but we're friends. Something like that, family. Yep, so the hearts in this one, don't really need those, but it's nice that they're there. Mostly just... Sorry about that, that was my phone. I thought I muted that before the recording, but I guess I did it! Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I didn't mute it, so if it goes off again, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not a professional, okay? Leave me alone. Thankfully, we finally found some bombs, which means we are going to blow ourselves up. No. Which means we finally are able to actually fight these guys, and thankfully get rid of them. And it just makes getting around a little bit easier, which is nice. In case you're curious, something I want to share in terms of a... I'm going to get one up there. Oh, I thought I was going to kill him though, too. A bit of a strategy to keep in mind. They're not really so much a strategy, but something to help you save time and also just to help not lose or miss things. Every item that drops from an enemy has a sound effect. Rupees make a different sound compared to like hearts or even materials when they drop. So if you keep a ear out when you're playing, but like you don't have visual on an enemy you just killed and you don't really want to go out of your way for it unless you know he dropped something, then depending on what the sound effect you hear after you kill him, or if you hear no sound effect at all, will depict if they dropped something or what it is they dropped if they did. Again, just a small little detail that makes it a little bit easier to just kind of keep things in track and know where you want to go. Let's see if I can hit one of those in. There we go. Hopefully drops a heart or something? Nope. Seems like they're not being very gracious with us. Unfortunately, we did get hit twice from the bombs, but we're just going to clear them out. You don't have to clear them out. It just makes getting around here a lot easier. And, you know, they may drop something like money, and money's always good. Hey, there's a heart. I mean, it's not money, but we'll take it, considering we actually need those. Too bad we dug up that spot with all the hearts in it already, but whatever. And you're back here. So yeah, it's a little bit of a maze of sorts. I don't really know if there's anything I actually really need, though, over there. Or if there's any point for me to really fight them. I'm not going to really waste any more time, actually. I could fight them. I don't believe, though, there's anything else in here that we need, so we're just going to move forward. I did kill all the ones that were kind of in the immediate vicinity. Going over here, you can see there's another wind tunnel here. Or something like that. I don't really know. There's probably a more proper word for it. It's like an updraft. An updraft. That's the word probably for it. You can see our wallet's already quite full, even though we haven't really been doing a ton. You know, we've just been collecting movies on the... moobies. At least I didn't say boobies, but movies is not good either. Oh, Lord help me. Found a bunch of rupees, but this is why I recommended and why I was willing to spend the extra money on another wallet upgrade, just so we can hold as much as humanly possible without having to go back up, even though we're going to have to go back up to get the reward from Beatrix, not Beatrice, that's a different person, and upgrade our shield, hopefully, because I think now we actually have everything to upgrade our shield. Maybe the only thing we're missing is a few amber relics, which hopefully we can find a few more. So far, I can't believe amber relics has actually been a bottleneck for us so far. Comparatively anyway. I am going to check all these, not just for money, but also because Elden ore at this point, I really just want to make sure we get as much as possible right now, so we don't have to ever come back and try to get more of it, to be honest with you, because there are some materials that, yeah, like that you may have to come back and get if you are trying to do everything, and since I'm trying to show everything, I'm, of course, going to be doing everything, and I don't really feel like coming back for, like, one material if I can help it, so we're going to get as much as we can. Besides, if we need money in the future and we have an excess amount of Elden ore, we can always sell it to the guy if he's willing to buy it off us, and I'd imagine Elden ore is worth quite a bit. So let's head over here. We're on this side, which we actually couldn't get to earlier, and that's another Zank. Whoa, now there's a green one. Actually, there are green. One of your people just came charging through here, dressed all in black. Oh, I thought you were talking about the bokoblins, because there was a green bokoblin, if you recall. That in front of yours? See that up ahead? That's what we call a drop-dead dead end. But this character danced right over it. Seriously, jumping over a gap like that? My jaw hit the dirt. Okay, that definitely was probably... Well, I guess I shouldn't say definitely wasn't Zelda, but it seems unlikely. Over here is another bomb flower and a wall of rocks. I recommend blowing this up because it is a shortcut back around this side, making it even easier to get around here in the future. There's no reason not to take a few seconds to blow that up. But we are chasing after this black figure because it seems like they may be tied to Zelda in some way. Oh, hello there. Okay. It's one of those fancy automatic bridges I see. Quite advanced.
Hey!
You, the goddess's chosen hero. Zelda is ahead. Hurry. Dressed all in black, huh? That definitely wasn't Zelda, but they know who Zelda is, and they know... Well, not know we're a hero, but it seems like they are thinking we're some hero. Huh. Curious and... Well, curiouser and curiouser, I shall say. Let's see. Over there, we have a rock. Not the rock, a rock. If you go over there with a bomb flower and try to make it over to that direction, no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to blow that rock up with the bombs over here. Despite the bombs being in seemingly a perfect location to set that up, unfortunately, we won't be able to break that wall right there. Health? We will take that, actually. That seems to be the person that they were discussing who was all in black. Though it was more like blue and black, but whatever. Maybe I'm the colorblind one here. Even though they were making a lot of remarks about red people, and then they made the remark that I'm a green person, so... maybe it's all just one big conspiracy. Got rid of those keys there, and now we're gonna head forward. So apparently Zelda's right up ahead, which should be nice. Here we have a very steep cliff that is very hard to survive off of. You're going to, well, survive off, but hard to get up. Impossible to get up unless you're dashing and using stamina. This makes it quite the difficult and annoying place. Here we have a bokoblin, and if you can hit them off, they'll make a little sound, roll off, and once they hit the ground, they'll die. Not gonna go all the way back down there for 1 rupee. But thankfully, you can use that to your advantage. If you simply knock them off, if you can do like a spam attack or something in the right spot, you can very easily get rid of them. Here we have some seeds for our inventory, which is really nice, specifically for our slingshot. And if they're giving that to us, that may prove useful. Gonna roll this down there, because this is, once again, another shortcut. They're giving us a lot of those. They're very generous. And also a Amber Relic. So might as well get another one of those too, considering, again, we actually need quite a few of those, and we haven't been super lucky with them currently. Head back up here, and you're gonna see, if you look up ahead, a bokoblin with a rock looking down at us, presumably waiting to strike. They gave us these pellets. Let's see if we can get close enough to... I may actually go over onto this side, because I think we're a little bit closer. We can try to see if we aim just right. What's the drop-off we're looking at? Around there-ish. Yep, there we go. Hit him in the face. He'll get crushed by the rock he was holding. I know I mentioned already how more expressive a lot of the characters like Link and Zelda are, but so are the enemies with things like that and just the sounds they make. And you could definitely see, if you've played Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, where kind of the start of the enemies in the world just feel a lot more alive, but also cartoonish in some aspects with stuff like that, where that started to come from. So we have a little bit of a bokoblin encampment. We're actually running into quite a lot more of these guys than in Fair, and in Fair it seems like they had just arrived there, whereas here they have gotten their feet and hands dirty with having a home here. This guy's going to keep blowing his horn there, but there's going to be no more bokoblins to show up. You're going to want to throw a bomb at his tower, and dead. Oh, he dropped 5 rupees. I'm probably not going to rush over there for that. We have more bombs and another blow-upable, another wall we can bomb. Another, oh, there is a actually digging spot right there. Oh, right there we have some rollers. Oh, come here. Let's see if we can get a few of them. Might as well collect them. And as I mentioned, bugs are worth, if nothing else, money. You might as well catch them if they're not too out of your way. And you can always use them to upgrade potions. And those are quite often quite useful, like the revitalizing one we have. If we go in here... Is that blood? Oh god, that chest too with the teeth. Oh my lord, what are we about to face? Not quite what I was expecting. Hello there, thanks for stopping by. First time here, am I right? The name's Tubbert. Nice to meet you. I run this little game I like to call Thrill Digger. Do you like money? How about explosions? Well, dig up some rupees before you hit a bomb in a suspenseful game of Thrill Digger. Want to try it? Sure. Only beginner, because I'm a beginner. The beginner course has less spots to burn to, but it's great for first-timers. It's 30 rupees to play. Want to give it a go? You bet. We have some money. Hope you dig up lots of rupees. Just be careful when you're poking down in the dirt. Could go kaboom. So, good luck. If you've ever heard of Minesweeper, then that is what this is, but with money. You're going to pick a spot, and based on the color that comes out, will tell you how close you are to a bomb. In that case, a blue rupee means we're semi-close to one. Another blue. Another blue. Okay, so this whole row was good. So what you want to do is get as much money as you possibly can from this. As I said, there's different values and stuff. Ah, there was the bomb. Well, you got so unlucky. I knew it was going to be one. It was a very risky pick. Oh, wow, that was really unlucky. There was almost all the bombs on that one side. So as you can see, the closer you are to a bomb and the more that there are towards a bomb, the more money there is. Here's your grand total rupee 20. You didn't quite turn a profit. Chalk that up to bad luck, I say. Oh, you should try again. How about it? Yes, we are actually going to try again. Mostly just because I want to show off kind of what a successful run looks like. We had a good start. Unfortunately, though, that's quite often how these will go. In terms of a way to consistently make money, this... Really? 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 Okay. Well, that is just unlucky. You didn't even dig up 1 rupee! Useful tip, low value rupees have only a few bad spots nearby, so you can relax a little. The higher value of the rupee, the more bad spots nearby, so be careful of the spaces surrounding a valuable rupee. Yep. Unfortunately, that also has a chance of happening at any time, and this is a very easy way for us to lose a lot of money that we've just collected. Let's hope we can at least make our money back one of these times. We don't have to get a clean sweep of it. I just want to get some money. Okay, 1. Okay, so we have a bit of a soft spot there. We have a 5 there, a 1 here. 1 here. Okay, so far so good. We're kind of in a bit of a safe spot. Of course, you know, singular rupees and stuff aren't worth a ton, so you're not making a ton of your money back, but it is nice knowing that you can at least make a little bit of that small income. So these were both blue, I believe, meaning we're not very close, but we're definitely close. These were green. That's a blue, so that could be blue, okay. I believe this was green. So my thought is these may be bombs, right? Because those are blue. What is this? Blue, oof. And then this was blue here. I think one of these probably are maybe safe? That's a red, okay. So that means that there's probably a bomb in 2 of the ones attached to it, which means one of these is probably a blue. This was a blue here, which could mean that this is a bomb. This was also blue, so I think this is a safe one. No, I was wrong! Dang it. You can see it's actually quite fun, though. Ah, dang it. Ah, shoot. It was one of the 2. It was either the one below it was a bomb or the one I picked was a bomb, and unfortunately we got unlucky. Here's a grand total rupee total 53. You made a small profit. Nice digging. You should try again. How about it? So yep, that is about the basics of the minigame. It's definitely a pretty fun one, actually. Is it worth doing for money? Not really, but it's still interesting. We're going to play once on at least each of the modes, because I want to show they are slightly different. The intermediate course has plenty of spots to sink your mitts into, but watch out for rupees. It'll cost you 50 rupees. As you can see, the bigger the gamble, the bigger the gamble, the bigger potential profit. Let's hope we make at least a little bit. We don't need to make a profit by any means, but if we can at least make our money back, I'll be more than happy. As you can see, we have a ton of new entries. I actually wanted to show this. I'm okay with that. You picked up a rupee. That means you've lost 10 rupees. That's a little bit sad. As you can see by Link's face, it is not a good thing. Rupees are very interesting things. They'll make you lose money. And I believe they can only be found in this area in this particular Zelda game. That's a blue. They make you lose money, so they suck. But it's interesting to note that it makes you think that, I mean, I don't know how you lose money from them. Maybe they're like some magic and stuff. Rupees, unfortunately, don't really tell you much about the field. They're just unlucky to find. 2 blues, not great. That does concern me slightly. Because that means, is it, oof, what's this? Please don't be the bomb. Okay, that's a 1. Okay, so that means that this is probably good. That's a blue. That's a green, so that means this one's also good. That's a blue. Does this say blue or... Okay, that's a blue. Okay, so now we're kind of at cornered again. We're not certain what we're going to get. Because these are both blue. So I think this is a bomb. I'm fairly certain this is a bomb right here. Either that or it's a... No, it has to be a bomb, I think. I think this one has to be a bomb. I'm fairly certain. This one was a blue. This one was also a blue. Ah. Which could mean there's 2 bombs here, and there could also be a bomb here, though. Rupor, dang it! Please don't be a bomb. Okay. Unfortunately, Rupors are something you're going to come across, and again, there's no real way of knowing where they're at. You're just going to get unlucky. Blue, again, I'm going to hope that's the bomb there. Not the one I just dug. I was hoping that was the bomb. Oh, frick. And now this one's a blue, too. Okay, blue. Okay, so again, I think that this, has to be a bomb. Like a fact. So I think these 2 have to be bombs. So, I'm hoping this one's good. No! Were the 2 I thought bombs, were they actually bombs? They weren't? What? Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, well, never mind. But as you can see there, if there are enough bombs in an area, you can see silver rupees. Silver rupees are worth 100. You didn't quite turn a profit. Bad luck. Yep. I'm not going to show intermediate again. We're just going straight to expert. Unfortunately, it is very expensive at 70 rupees. And we're probably not going to make all that back. But let's hope we make something back anyway. Something you could do is save at a goddess or at a bird statue before this. You can keep going back here if you want for money. It is not my recommended way of making money, but you can do whatever you so choose. That is another Rupor. That's a 20! No, thank you! We are going to go over here. That's a green. That's more like it. We want some greens. That's a blue. That's a blue. This should be a blue too? Well, that's a 20, I think, right? Oh, balls. I don't want to be over there then. That's a 20 again! No! Okay, blue. Fine, I'll deal with blue. That's a Rupor. I don't want blues anymore. Never mind, I want blues. I want blues. That's a bomb. Dang it. Also, yeah, if you notice, you do take damage, so you do have to watch out for that. Holy crap. Man, I got... There were every area I picked were bombs. And as you can see, there was more silver rupees there, so your chances of making money increase. Here's your grand rupee total, 71! You made a small profit. Yep, we made a 1 rupee profit. Which, to be fair, I'll take a 1 rupee profit comparatively to not making anything. Unfortunately, we're down to 3 health, but here's why I can actually show off that stool thing I was talking about. Oh, you're taking a break? Too much suspense for you? Well, then will you take a load off and chat with me a bit? Sure, you just scammed me out a bunch of money, but sure. Oh, yes, okay. Is there anything you want to ask me? Is it too bright for you? You mean my glasses? Looking dapper, eh? The round frames make me look even more fashionable. And I'm plenty proud of my fine mustache, too. Cute and curly. Your teeth line scares me, though. All the way I groom it every day. Wait, that rhymed, didn't I? But it's only to be expected. I can't have my customers upset by my looks. So, what do you want to ask me next? Just who are you? My name is Tubbert. I run this game I like to call the Thrill Digger. Yes, I'm kind of important around here. You can call me Mr. Tubbert, you know, if you want. Thanks, kids. I want everyone to get their hands on plenty of rupees. I made up this Thrill Digger thing. The sad thing is all my Magma friends think rupees are easy to find. They never come and play. So that's why I need you to step up and become not just a repeat customer, but my only customer. I think that's a good business practice. Are you floating? No, I'm not floating. I'm standing on my tail. Like a... I already tell you that my paw is my best features. I like to give all my customers a chance to admire them. That's why I stand on my tail. It does wonders for sales. So, what do you want to ask me next? I don't think there's anything else. I'm fully healed. Really, what a shame. Well, thanks for asking all those great questions. Actually, here, let me tell you something. You see this shining stone sticking out of the wall? That's pure rupee ore. It's also where there's so many rupees I dig up to. If you sling something out, it'll pop right out. Go on, give it a try. Yep, and that was something I was going to show off, but thankfully he'll actually tell you this. Get our slingshot out, should you have a bit of excess ammo. Let's find a color we like this blue here. And you shoot it, you'll get that color of rupee. So as you can see, we can make a little bit of money. Now you may think, oh, that's a silver, so that's 100, right? If you shoot it, it's actually a Rupor. You don't want those. Unfortunately, no, they're not silver. They're black, or purple, I guess. Well, not purple, because purple's 50. But yeah, they're probably sooner akin to black than anything else. But as you can see, you could go around here if you have a bunch of shots. You can get a little bit of extra cash here. And it's nice that they put these in here so you can make a little bit of money back in case you did decide to play this and unfortunately had a really bad go of it. As I said, though, the 100 rupees and stuff, if you are playing on the higher difficulties, spawn in not because necessarily the amount of spots, but because there are more bombs to hit, and they usually are going to be in a closer proximity, allowing for hundreds to be created. It's definitely a fun minigame, but again, I don't really see it being a great way of making money, and I don't foresee myself coming back here. Thank you very much for participating in Thrill Digger. Here's a level tip. Low value rupees have only a few bad spots nearby, so you can relax slowly. Yep. So, again, it's kind of like Minesweep, so if you like that sort of stuff, you can come here, get a little bit of extra money, but it's nothing I think is worth, like, a ton of our time. Speaking of a ton of our time, that just took up a ton of our time, so let's get back to actually trying to find Zelda. Unfortunately, us stopping to play that game did kind of take, you know, a little bit of energy away from that, but that's fine. We got a little bit of a nice distraction. We lost some cash. I'm just glad the 70 rupee one we made up for. Now, I guess I should say we made profit. We made 1 rupee. I shouldn't take away the fact we made 1 rupee from it, because it's better than not making anything back, I guess. And this, Eldin's one of the areas I actually really like visually, because when you get up on the higher in the mountains and stuff, and you can look down and see all the spots, it's just kind of a pretty area in its own really weird wasteland-looking way, you know what I mean? Something you could do here is you could use your slingshot on these bokoblins that are on these pillars here. They won't instantly die, but they will stun temporarily. I just like to sneak up behind them. I just ran out of stamina for the first time, I think, during a fight! Okay, we just took some damage to our shields. That's more than fine. We're gonna upgrade it later anyway. So, yep, that is what happens if you run out of stamina. You can be left open to a flurry of attacks if you are not careful, and that was all my fault. I went for a spin attack, and I had no stamina, so that's only me to blame. As you can see during this time, there is a bokoblin up there who is trying to throw boulders at us. We could shoot at him and try to time it, but I actually just prefer to kind of run up here to this one. Because if we can get up here, oh, the guy stomped on our hands. Yep. One of them will try to stomp on your hands if you're climbing up, so you got to be fast about it and try to time it right. But it's also just kind of difficult to time that otherwise. So here, as you can see, we have more bokoblins with rocks on their heads, or rocks they're trying to throw at our heads, I should say, not on their heads. It's at our heads. Shoot. Ah! There we go. There we go. Thankfully, nothing super difficult, but that can be annoying, to say the absolute least about it. Whoa. Hey, it's you two from earlier. I think these were the 2 we saw down when we first got to Eldin. The first of their kind we saw. I'm sure they buried it around here someplace. I can't find it. Yo, Led, this is the place, ain't it? So what is it they buried again? A key. K-E-Y. Key. They busted up the key in that door and hid the pieces all over the place. I'm telling you, one of these 5 pieces is buried right around here. Hey, that reminds me, that strange blonde girl in the weird clothes got taken away too. That's right, I bet they got something really valuable stashed in there. And that blonde girl they took is probably part of their master plan too. I'm telling you, I can smell the riches from here. So, what are you saying we do once we find all the pieces to the key? What do you think, ingenious? We sneak inside and take all the treasure we can carry. And maybe I'll actually speak properly one of these times. Hey, why are we so worried about a key when we just dig our way in? What? I'm just saying. You ain't as dumb as you look. Master Link, I require your confirmation on critical information obtained from that magma conversation. The oddly garbed figure taken deeper in the region must be... probably Zelda. My calculations agree, Master. There is a 90% probability that the figure in question was indeed Zelda. Additionally, I calculate there is a 95% chance that the key to this door is made of the same material composition as this mechanism that bars it. I have detected objects of the same material in the surrounding area. Ascertaining the location of these objects will aid in your search for Zelda. I have registered them as dowsing targets. Yep, so we have a new dowsing. Instead of looking for cabbages, this time we're looking for pieces of a key. And so we should probably start getting on that. I actually want to come over here and catch you two first, if I can. Before we start looking for that key, though, who says we go over to this place and we head back to the sky to upgrade our shield and get our rewards from Batrove. Batman. I'll see you guys in Skyloft in a moment. Patro buddy, here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, you've gathered quite a lot of gratitude crystals, haven't you? How magnificent! Please take this as a token of this demon's deepest appreciation. You got the medium wallet. The hefty capacity of this wallet allows you to store up to 500 rupees in it. Yes, this is not like one of the upgrades we bought from Beetle, which are just essentially add-ons to it. This is actually a whole new wallet that allows us to hold 500 instead of just simply 300 in it. So, and again, this stacks with the already previously bought rupees. You don't have to worry about wasting your rupees on the previous rupee bag. That was a lot of rupees. I'm still going to need more gratitude crystals to become a human. Please won't you aid a poor, unfortunate demon in need. Oh, gracious me, that is a prodigious quantity of gratitude crystals you've brought for me. This is such an appallingly insufficient reward. Let my cheeks burn hot with embarrassment, but please take this. You got a piece of heart. Collect 4 to increase your heart capacity by 1. 2 to go. Yep, we're already halfway down with another heart container. I'm still going to need more gratitude crystals to become a human. Please won't you aid a poor unfortunate demon in need. Yep, so for every 10 gratitude crystals so far it seems, he'll give us a reward. And that wallet actually is new also in the inventory if we go to look, which I'll do that really fast. Go here, as you can see, it's actually blue now. Click it. A rather large wallet that holds up to 1,100 rupees. Yep, so now we can hold 1,100 rupees in total. Hopefully, holding rupees shouldn't be a problem for quite a while. I'm going to see you guys at the bazaar, so we can upgrade our shield before we head back to Eldin. See you there in a moment. And here we are. Welcome to Scrap Shop, yep. And we're going to see, because I believe we do have everything we need. I think we have, because we got a few Ember Relics, we got everything I think we should need, yep. So we need 2 Elden Ore, 2 Monster Claws, and 2 Ornamental Skulls. So unfortunately, we are going to be out of Monster Claws, but a Strengthened Iron Shield with improved durability, 50 rupees. It is definitely more expensive to upgrade than the 30 it took for the wooden one, but upgrading it will be nice. Again, this will fully repair it, so that one hit I took from the Bokoblin when I was trying to save myself after I wasted stamina like an idiot will be fully repaired. Thankfully, you can skip him tinkering back there if you want to anytime, as you can see by pressing minus, just to speed this up because it's the same cutscene every time. You upgraded to a reinforced shield. This heavy shield's even tougher than the standard iron shield. Yep. Got anything else? Let's see what it takes to upgrade. I know it's not going to be possible. Actually, that isn't that bad. A strengthened iron shield, even more durability. This is the best iron shield you can get. You need 3 Elden Ore, which we already have, 1 blue bird feather, which we also have, 3 monster claws, which we're not going to have probably for a while, and 3 tumbleweeds we're also not going to have for a while. That's actually not that bad. We've at least seen 3/4 of what we need for that. And that's not terrible. Before we head back to the surface, actually, no, I was going to buy seeds. How much are they? If they're like 10 rupees, I'll buy them, but 10 Deku seeds, 20. No, I am not spending that money on that. Sorry, buddy. That is a little bit ludicrous for me. I'm going to see you guys in a moment because I want to talk about a strategy to get some of those early materials that I was just talking about. See you in a moment. So we are in the Waterfall Cave, and I say strategy loosely because this is pretty obvious something you could do. I mentioned these enemies respawn when you come in here, so one, you could get a bunch of rupees this way as well, but I mean, it's kind of a slow build-up for them. But more importantly, you could come in here and kill these first 2 enemies and then leave if you get nothing, or if you know, want to get more. And you can keep doing this until you get the materials. This is definitely tedious without any stretch of the imagination, and is far from fun by any means. But if you are really wanting to upgrade something and you're only missing like 1 monster claw or a jelly blob and you don't feel like kind of waiting like hours to try to get it just randomly, you could just run through this like I'm doing, kill everything that's here, run back, and then keep doing this until you get the items you need. I am not going to be doing this right now. I'm only doing it 1 run through just to kind of show you the strategy I was talking about in case you're playing along again and you are maybe missing a monster claw, because I got very lucky with them to be able to upgrade it when I did. So if you want to make sure that, you know, there's an upgrade of an item you want, this is the best way to get some of these materials. Some of the more complicated materials, there are ways to grind those as well, but for the monster claws and jelly blobs, which are a little more basic, this is a good way to get them. I'm going to finish up my run through here. I'm not going to do any more after this one currently because I have really no immediate need for monster claws, but we do need some now. And I'll see you guys back at the Elden region. And yep, just like the Faron region, we can pick whichever area we want to go to. Temple entrance in this case, because that's where we were at last time. In case you're curious about the names, because you're not used to, you may be curious how I know where I'm going, each bird actually has a different name above it when you interact with it. For example, this one will in fact say Temple Entrance if we interact with it. So there you go. So that's how you can remember which one's which, so just make sure you remember kind of the name of where you were at last time. Speaking of last time, we were looking for that key. Now that we have that shield upgrade, get back here, there we go. We can start looking around for it. Here's a digging spot. Let's see what we have here. Oh, it's not a key! But yeah, funny enough, actually right when I cut out of that cave, the last Keese I killed actually did in fact have a claw on it, which is kind of funny, a monster claw. So that's nice. So we have 1 now. Just wanted to say that in case you later on we upgrade something, you wondering where I got it off camera or anything like that. I was gonna try to kill these guys. I don't really know if I want to go about it. Let's grab this bomb, and if we roll it down in just the right spot, hopefully that wall slows down. Yep, there we go. We can blow up that rock there. And this is probably where you may be a little confused as to what to do. but you can use dowsing, and it's actually going to be useful this time. And it can tell you where to go. For example, that spot we literally just interacted with, we can actually go down here, climb up here, and you got the first piece of the key. Find all 5 pieces to complete the key that opens the door leading into the temple. Find the other 4 pieces. Yep. So there are 4 more pieces. That is one of them, though, that we need. Unfortunately, we do have to climb back up, which means we have to deal with these bokoblins again, which, I'm not gonna lie, kind of sucks. I'm really not looking forward to doing that, but it's fine. Oh! They got us when we were looking at our blind side. But it's whatever. Ooh, you know what? We got an ornamental skull. I'll take it. In case you were curious, if you are low on ammunition, you can, in fact... Ouch. If you are in a good spot, unlike I was there, you can launch out the beetle, and you can scare them away with the beetle, because they run away from it, which will give you a little bit of an opening to potentially climb up if you're fast enough. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but you can do that. Alternatively, if you are out, you can just wait for them all to be going back, or for a few of them to going back before running your way up. For example, here, if you only kill like 1 or 2, you should be able to get up in time to take out the other one. You're very low on stamina. No, on ammo for a slingshot. Hence why I said the satchel actually does have a use. You know, you can be like, why would I only want to get 10 more shots? Because they can actually be kind of hard to come across. Unlike the Farron region, we have no of the fruits nor Dekubabas to potentially drop them right now. We have to get them from pots or maybe other methods we haven't seen yet. Got the second piece of the key. Collect all 5 pieces to complete the key. Yep. 3 pieces left. So as you can see up in the top left, under the shield health bar is where you can see the amount of pieces we have. Sound like Danny DeVito from Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the lucky I have my pieces. Roll that down there to that tower. Enough of, oh, dang it. Enough of the pointless references. We can try to aim it the best we can, because it does shift slightly based on the angle of the hill, of course. And bam, there goes that. And you can see, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There is, in fact, a digging spot down here. There's also an object to the right of it. We'll go check out in a moment, but for now, click the 3rd piece of the key. Yep, 2 more to go. There's like this weird propeller-looking thing, but we can't really do anything with that right now, no matter what you would try to do with it. So just try to remember it's there if you can, at the back of your mind. You know, it's kind of there. There's a target up there that if you try to shoot at with your slingshot, doesn't do anything. Seemingly, again, something we can't really do anything with currently. You can get up here. Oop, we got some hearts over there. We actually could... Well, that's just embarrassing. What you need to do here, this is actually something that kind of threw me off as a kid, was throwing the bomb into the wind turbine to actually get it up there. I don't know why, I just didn't think that it would interact with the bombs and stuff, even though they have some gravity effect to them. It's just, I don't know, I didn't think to as a kid. For some reason, it was one of those things that was kind of confusing. And thankfully, there's not a key behind this. There is, in fact, a goddess cube, which is way more valuable. Sorry, Zelda, but it is the truth. These are way more valuable. Again, definitely considering it's a little more complicated, this is probably the, besides the one behind the fountain, this is probably the easiest goddess cube to miss, without a doubt, since it's kind of in a seemingly random location. Let's see if I can... Oh, dang it. I want to get those hearts, and there's also a diggable spot. I think, actually, alternatively, what I can do is do what I'm doing, and then go for the jump attack. Oh. Well, I mean, that kind of works, but that wasn't really what I was going for. Let's see. Is that, in fact, a... Nope. That isn't a piece of the key. So I guess we don't really need to go up there, so I won't really worry about it then. Go up here. We have, like, a little balcony area. There's some butterflies, which doesn't really fit, but we did hear there's some flying around in strange areas, so maybe something. The bomb that I rolled down into that spot, you can come up here and throw them, but it's... I don't think it's worth it. I think it's easier just to roll from that spot where they're spawn at. Another bokoblin camp. We got a raid here. Oh, dang it. Last second I tried to get my shield out to block it. Fortunately, it didn't really work this time, but that's fine. Whack him out of the way. Once again, there's the leader who's up there making everyone else do the fight for him because, you know, that's always how it works. The person who leads everybody is the one who's going to make the bad calls that gets people into fights and then is the one who doesn't actually fight when the time comes, you know. You know how it goes. And there he goes. I love the timber, and then you just hear the them falling off. Murder isn't funny. It's just it's funny because it's a little bit over exaggerated here in this game. So we have more fire keys. Here we go. I didn't mean to turn around there, so when I did, I was just going to take that time to run. Choo-choo. There we go. Oh, jelly blob. Nice. We're getting pretty lucky with the jelly blobs, which is nice. We also have just been getting lucky, though, with materials for the most part in general. Another bridge here. This time there's no person in a black getup to help us over, unfortunately. And as for the bridge and how it lowers, we'll have to figure that out. Because, I mean, we need to get over there. We can't make that jump normally, like she can. Or like they could. So let's work on that, I suppose. Oh, that is, yep, spot. So if you get close to a ledge and press A, that's how you dangle off like this, in case you're curious, because otherwise you're like, I don't want to just accidentally fall off or run off. Then that's how you can avoid it. Bit of a dangerous terrain here, and bottomless pits are not fun to deal with, because if you fall down there you lose health and then spawn back up at the top. And then here we have a bunch of vines. So this spot you'll actually want to be careful because it's quite the stretch to go without being able to get a stamina fill, because you can go over here to get the stamina fill. As you can see, we got low. Without grabbing that fruit, it's essentially impossible to make it around this vine area here. But we made it to the side, and there's the button. Would have been a lot easier if we could have ran across, but, you know, it's fine. I'm not mad about it, just it's kind of annoying. There we go. And that makes getting around here even easier. Making sure I didn't miss anything, yep. Because, you know, you always want to triple check these things. Here we have more rupees. Nice. Always nice. Oh, and more Elden Rollers. We'll also take those as well. Again, oh, yep, and that's something that can happen too, is you can step on the bugs and kill them on accident. I'm surprised we went this long without that happening. What now? Master, I'm detecting extremely high temperatures from the area directly ahead. I calculate a 95% chance your clean will immediately combust upon entrance. Please proceed with caution. May be able to pass through safely if you run. I recommend confirming your direction by dowsing before making the attempt. Yes. This area up ahead is like warm enough for us to spontaneously combust, or at least our clothes before we do. But we need to go over there because that direction has a piece. This is our only way forward. What you want to do is run through and immediately head to the right. That'll get you out of it as fast as possible, so hopefully you'll have the biggest chance of survival. Once you get launched out, you're going to be in something reminiscent to the slide segment from Mario 64. I cannot believe I missed that. I was indecisive. I was like, which way do I go here again? And then I remembered, and then I... But yeah, it's reminiscent to the slide segment from Mario 64 where you have to go down. But unlike that one, you actually have to go down and try to land in certain segments as you go. Unfortunately, me missing that means that I have to take way more trips for this, but that's fine. You know what? It brought us to an Amber Relic. Could have gotten it even when I did it correctly, but that's fine. So I'm going to show me game back up there once because it does work a little bit differently. And so I can show you the route to go in case you just made the oopsie poopsie like I did. First, you have to make another bomb roll. Oh, not like that, but you have to make another bomb roll to that first, I should say, to drain the lava. I was getting a little overzealous there. Maybe it's because I missed the freaking spot I was trying to get to. That's besides the point. So, now you have to make this bowl, bomb bowl, to it. Something I mentioned during the first dungeon was I didn't want to make videos too long. This one's going to be probably almost an hour long, which sucks, but it's mostly because I want to split it up so that way it's all kind of condensed in the parts that you need to see. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is going to be a bit of a longer one, but it's just because I kind of want to condense all of the finding the key pieces and stuff here. I didn't want to end the video right when we found it because we had just hit like a spot, especially with all the cuts and stuff. Fourth piece, one more piece left, yep. So we got that, and now I'm going to show us actually heading back up to the area we were at earlier, because you don't have to, like, make the whole walk that we took the first time to get up there, which is nice, because if so, then I definitely would cut. Also, that's an Amber Relic. I will gladly take another second of your guys' precious time to grab that. Grab a bomb first and foremost as we go this way, because this is, yet again, another shortcut that helps getting around here much easier. As you can see, this is the bomb that I showed you earlier that you couldn't reach. Yep, now we're back here. Another way of getting around easier. If you go over to this gust of I almost said gust of water. I don't even know what that would mean. Gust of air. This will launch us back up here into this room, allowing us to try the slide segment again. I'm not going to show future attempts of if I have to climb back up because I want to save as much time as possible for this. But I will show us going down the slide because this time I know for sure which way I'm going. Right is where you want to go if you're progressing story. If you want to get some goodies, you'll want to go left. As you may have seen, as I missed it, you can actually run down there instead of having to walk, which is kind of funny. Ooh, there's an ore there. Take that as well. Don't really need the butterfly, though you could grab that. Actually, I may grab it anyway. Might as well, right? Actually, no, I think it's trying to fly away. No, Just flailing the bug net around. Okay, whatever. But you want to go this way because you can see there is a goddess cube here, yet another. And as I mentioned, these are insanely valuable. You can see we're getting a ton of these, which is already exciting because that means when we go to the we go to the surface. Not gonna make another joke about me sucking, but you can see what I mean when I said I do with my articulation of words. When we go back to the sky, we're going to have a lot of goodies to look forward to. Thankfully, on this side, after that goddess cube, there's nothing else for you to really go after. So if you actually have some stamina, you can run back up and go to this direction instead of having to go all the way back, all the way back down. That's a fairy. We don't really need to capture another one, so I'll just use it to heal that 1 heart. And here you'll want to go right, despite the many rupees seemingly telling you otherwise, because that is a large sum of cash. You'll want to go down this way and go to this spot here. And this is a bit of a more difficult segment. You have to time your jumps into these little wind turbines. And you can time it perfectly, or you can bring out the sailcloth right when you're above the other little column there to actually get over to here. Now you've got the last piece of the key. You can now open the temple door. Hurry back to the summit and open the door to the temple so you can continue to search for Zelda, who has been taken to the depths of the temple. That is a long sentence. But yeah, you can see it's a little bit of a challenging one, that one there. You can either just time it perfectly, or you can do what I did there, where you just jump when the first one's going. You'll take over to the second one, time your sailcloth properly, and you'll just immediately go down to the column below. And it saves a lot of time, and it's just generally, in my mind, a little bit easier. I'll see you guys back up at the temple in a moment. Okay, we are almost back to the temple. The reason I actually cut back to me a little bit earlier was because, yep, there is yet another goddess cube you can get in this little hidden area right here. And you could have grabbed this earlier when we were up here, but considering I knew we'd have to make our way back from that spot anyway, because that's usually the key piece I leave last anyway, is one of those two. Thought I might as well show it, because you're less likely, I think, to miss it when you actually come back than the first time, when it's a lot easier to overlook. That is yet another goddess cube, and those are one of the most satisfying things to collect, because you know there's going to be some goodies at the end of it. But we finally have the full pieces of the key to the dungeon.